The drought is on here. That's awesome.
Come on, man. Mm-hmm. I was trying to see how much we gonna talk about it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Go Talk podcast. It's your boy Stick. I got two of the goatiest goats in the. We back outside. I got two of the goatiest goats in the yard with me. I got my nigga James Siani across the table. We've been playing with the arrangement, the lineups, the aesthetic of the show. See, let us know in the comments below what y'all think about them, what y'all like, any improvements y'all want us to make. And while y'all leaving those comments, make sure you like the video before we even go any further. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, put the notification bells on so you get all the Goat Land notifications because we dropping every week, sometimes twice a week. We'll see. Maybe 3. I'm not going to start lying. But we gotta niggas lie. This is what we do. We dabble in the dark arts of lying sometimes. But like so we got a special episode for y'all today. It's been a lot of rumblings, slowly but surely rumblings, because I'm sure once people really dive into the list, it's going to be a lot more. But like Rolling Stone, they dropped their 200 top hip-hop albums of all time. Mm-hmm. The top 200 hip-hop albums of all time. We're not going to do that. What we're going to do, we're going to talk about the 50 and see if we can try and make our own list off of that, so we can come up with whatever controversial things that we can talk about. We glanced over the list a little bit. So we got some snubs, potentially. We got some people who shouldn't even be in the top 50. We got some placement issues. We're going to get into it all.
Placement issues is a good one.
Feel me? So make sure you leave in the comments below who you think got snubbed, who you think which number one hip hop album of all time is going to be.
Wonderful. And so this came up because of Cardi B's interview with Angela Yee, her lip service interview with her. And shout out to Don't Call Me White Girl. I know I shout her out a lot, but she's dope. And shout out to Cardi B. But in that interview, they spoke about her debut album, which is Invasion of Privacy.
Coincidentally, we spoke about that shit.
We did
ages ago,
in the same fashion as well.
It wasn't ages ago. It was actually a couple weeks ago, right?
It was a few weeks ago.
Yeah, probably like a month or so. It was a little minute, but nonetheless, we always knew it was fire. I didn't think it would be like ranked that high.
Where was it ranked?
Officially, it was ranked 16th, I think. I believe.
Mm-hmm, that's correct.
And
all this is according to Rolling Stone and their curators. I don't know what they do for a living, what their musical history background
even their criteria. Did they ever put out
even
the
criteria?
Like, no, I don't want to just be real nitpicky, but the Drought 3 is after, not too far away from, but after Invasion of Privacy. Now, I think semantics go into it too. Like, what level of artistry was she as a female artist? What is her caliber compared to other female artists?
I'm gonna say something controversial, right? Because I love Wayne and I love the Drought 3, but if we're talking about albums, isn't Invasion of Privacy like a way more cohesive project than the Drought 3?
I was just listening to the Drought 3 yesterday when I was cutting my grass. Both discs.
Bars.
I would say I disagree.
You disagree?
I disagree.
Was the Drought 3 written by Lil Wayne?
Come on, bro. We not doing. Who is it written by?
I don't know, because one of his albums was written by Gilly. So I'm asking you.
Before we continue with any more publications of this podcast, there will be no Gilly the Kid wrote for Wayne. Acceptability, none of that nonsense.
No, the reason why I'm asking is because he asked the flow of the album. If you're putting together your own album, there's a lot of creative things that you're putting on there yourself. So it might not be as cohesive as someone who, like Cardi B, most of her album was written by other people. Shout out to the girl from New Jersey. It is true. Shout out to the girl from New Jersey who wrote 2 to 3 of those songs, and actually on 2 of them her voice is still on there. So this is what I'm saying, her album was a lot more put together, probably because the people who were backing it and stuff, whereas Wayne was always a solo artist. He either wrote for himself or
but all that is going into mine, so we talking about the whole, when we talk about an album and everything, I feel like we talk about everything
all
together.
The portions of it,
everything together.
So you're talking about the process too.
I'm talking about everything. So like, if anything, that just what you just said speaks to what my point, how much of a more cohesive project it
that's
was.
what I mean. It, of course, looking at it with that standpoint, it would be the more cohesive project, but it also had probably more people making sure
Right,
that it
but
was
that
cohesive.
that don't
sense.
take away from it.
No, it doesn't. You're
But
right.
it's something. But it is something to look at.
Yeah.
But it is something to look at.
Because it's work. It's hard work. So it's, and it's not to take away from Cardi B because I'm not saying she didn't put in hard work. But what I'm saying is if Wayne wrote and rapped his own raps and his shit didn't sound as cohesive as Invasion of Privacy, we also got to give her some sort of leverage where somebody curated that album. They said, this is a good vision. This is
One's
a good
an album,
way
one's
to
a
go.
mixtape.
Yeah. That too.
So I think before we get into the list and start talking about it, we should talk about the train passing. Just cut that out. So before we get into the list and everything, we should most definitely discuss like we was talking about, like different criteria and what. So I love the fact that they did include mixtapes, because that's something as a Wayne fan that we carry with his catalog is his mixtapes. So if we talking about hip hop, it can't be ignored. You feel me? So that's happy to see. It's hopeful. Makes me hopeful about other arguments that's to be had, but neither here nor there. So I guess as long as a quote unquote rapper dropped the album, it's a hip hop album. That's what they're going by.
So before we get into the full list, right? Personally, just give me like your 5 favorite albums. I'm not gonna say like which y'all think is the best, because that's completely like subjective. Your 5 favorite all time albums.
And
Ready to Die is my number 1 favorite album. By Notorious B.I.G.
You can include mixtapes if you would like.
into this 5.
Ready to Die. Chris Brown's first album. That would be on my top 5.
That's hip-hop?
Is that Chris Brown? That's the name of that one?
Is it Chris Brown?
Is that hip
Oh
hop?
no, it's exclusive.
Exclusive?
Is that hip hop?
That was his first album, right?
Exclusive. Is it hip hop? It's Chris Brown, so like it's whatever.
That's R&B.
It's Chris Brown.
If that's R&B, Take Care is R&B, and Take Care
Stop
is on
it.
the
Drake
top
was
20.
rapping on that shit. Like,
On Take Care?
yes, you know what's on there?
compare-
Lord Knows, Underground Kings,
Yeah.
The Ride.
I don't want to
Make Me Proud.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Look
not
what
a
you've
hip-hop
done.
album.
Or
That's
Make
not
Me
hip-hop.
Proud is not
Okay,
on
so
that.
we're
but,
not turning that.
Come on.
All right.
But I like where your head's at. I'm not gonna be mad at it. It's just not a hip hop album.
All right, so I got Ready
I
to Die, Illmatic by Nas.
I like it. I like you saying exclusive.
It's not a hip hop album though.
Cause that had Wall to Wall on there. That shit, right? That shit made
Excuse me,
that
miss.
made Chris Brown a man. So I was just
No,
like,
that's
oh,
R&B. Like it
Say
was.
goodbye.
Y'all confusing black with hip hop.
But you know
Is
what's
that not?
crazy? But you know what's
But I'm
crazy?
saying, like,
no,
this-
but you know what's crazy though? A part of me feels like some rap is not hip hop. So like sometimes
So look, right?
I feel
If you look through the publication, right, the actual Rolling Stone, each album that they got in there, they have the subgenre of rap that it's in.
okay.
So like it's certain albums that say hip hop, there's certain albums that say southern rap, there's certain albums that say trap rap, there's certain shit that say pop rap. It's like they literally got it in.
I'm saying.
Reasonable Doubt is on there. Shout out to Jay-Z. That's my second favorite rapper.
What about you? What's your albums though?
Yeah, what's your 5 favorite? You going through the list and picking, you looking, oh yeah, that one. No, what's your 5 favorite? Come on.
Nah,
man.
Yeah,
because
don't be
they're
it.
good ass albums. No, Ready to Die has always been my number 1. Illmatic always been on my top. Jay-Z is my favorite rapper, so of course one of his albums would be one
Which
of my
album
favorite
is it?
albums. It
She
is
said
it's
Reasonable Doubt.
Reasonable Doubt.
Okay.
Because besides that, it would be
Blueprint,
the Blueprint.
Black Album.
The Black Album was dope, but Reasonable Doubt was just, it was a little bit more my speed. I feel like, Reasonable Doubt was the one with Pharrell on it, right? I feel
Nah,
like.
Reasonable Doubt is the genre where like the first song is Mary J. Blige, Can't Knock the Hustle, Feeling It,
Yeah, that's
all
the
that
one.
shit.
That's the one.
Dead Presidents. Jay-Z and Biggie Smalls, nigga shit she draws.
I would say Kendrick Lamar's Good Kid, Mad City. That shit was dope. That was a great project. It was put together real nice. And then CC. Oh shit, thanks.
Thanks.
Oh, excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you.
I say for my fifth. For my fifth, I would have to say The Carter 3.
Mm.
The Carter 3 was my shit. That would
Like
be on.
that
That was like one of the albums that I played all the songs over and over. Like
Yeah,
I would
that
play
was
that
one of those
for a
albums
month.
though
I
where
used to
damn
get in
near
trouble
every
listening to
song
that
was on the
song.
radio too.
Yeah. Every song was
Yeah,
on the
man, every
radio.
song was
Like
on the
there was
radio.
no miss.
Yeah.
I think he created that wave of like,
Sold a mill in the first week, first album to do that.
because before that it was like a lot of people will have singles, just like today. Still, you're dropping an album, you have 2 or 3 songs that you publishing for like the first month. Him and Beyonce, I feel like, are the only two who had albums where every song. Beyonce actually had an album where every song had a video to it. Like they were all singles and they all had a video
Lemonade?
to it. That was the one with like Kitty Cat, Freakum Dress, like
Was that
those
B-Day?
songs. I think it was B-Day. Yeah. Resentment, Irreplaceable. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a banger.
Deja
That's
Vu.
a banger.
All of them had videos.
Ring the alarm.
Ring the Alarm had a video.
That's not
all
hip-hop.
of them. That's not, but I'm just saying.
Nigga,
I'm
it's
just saying.
Beyonce and this
But I'm
Chris
just
Brown. Stop being a
saying.
hater.
I'm not being a hater. We saying hip hop albums.
Nigga, they
But
hip
you
hop.
know
You
what's-
can't
you
tell
know
me
what's-
Chris Brown ain't hip hop.
You know what I'm wondering too? I'm wondering, is hip hop only hip hop when every
talking
part
about
about
rapper.
it is hip hop? Because the thing is, a lot of Beyonce songs be having rappers in it too. Like it'll have Jay-Z in it rapping. So
Yeah,
does
she
that
got
not
hip hop
make it?
songs, but that's not a hip hop album.
Right, I feel you.
You feel me? That's not a hip hop album. My top 5, no order.
Oh yeah, that's no order.
Yeah.
No order. I got Ready to Die. I got Graduation. I want to say my personal favorite, right? So Thank Me Later. Carter 3. And The Drought 3. My
Okay.
top 5 hip hop.
All right, I have a question.
I have an answer.
If a rapper sings, they're considered hip hop, but if a singer raps, they're not considered hip hop.
Nah, cause Chris Brown got hip hop
Album.
mixtapes.
He got
hip-hop
albums with
mixtapes.
hip-hop.
Yeah, he don't
He
have
has
a hip hop
albums.
Albums.
Literally, his album
Right,
with
right, but you didn't say
exclusive
one-
isn't
you
one
didn't
of
say
those.
one of those.
Exclusive
You
isn't
didn't
one of
say
those.
that.
Okay, so he's still a hip hop artist.
I think he's a hip hop artist.
I could say he's a hip hop
I-
artist. Hip hop
I would-
and R&B.
I would give him a hip-hop-
He's hip
hip-hop
hop and
and
R&B.
R&B. Yeah,
but
yeah.
not everybody's hip hop and not everybody's R&B.
But
Chris
everybody,
Brown is
but everybody who's trap, everybody who's rap, are they hip hop?
Nah, because you have
yes,
you got
it's
rap.
a subgenre. Yes,
I
it
don't-
is.
I don't
Everyone who
believe
raps-
Nah,
it,
because you
though.
got rap gospel. Gospel isn't hip hop.
Yes, it is. Bro.
Rapping is a form. I feel like rapping is a form, just like R&B is a form. Is a form of expression, but what are you expressing? If you're not expressing
No,
something,
R&B is more of a genre, not a form. Rap is like you saying like a technique, like like singing.
You're right. Cause like you right, rock niggas get it. They get it like a little rhythm on certain songs where they get
okay,
a
so
rap.
rapping
I
is
agree,
like
you right.
rapping is like singing. And
Rapping is a
that-
technique. Yeah,
yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, because I think singing is also a technique.
Mhm.
Like Dirk sings, but he's a rapper.
He's a hip-hop
Future
artist.
sings, but he's a rapper.
You feel okay?
You know what I'm
see,
saying? That type
we
of
got
thing.
parameters,
Yeah.
people. We letting y'all know here in Goatland. What are we really dissecting here? What's your top 5?
My favorite 5 albums. I'ma say.
And these are crazy because I don't even say All Eyes on Me. Wow.
I'ma say
Didn't even think about it.
J. Cole, Friday Night Lights.
That was bomb.
J. Cole, Friday Night Lights. And I'm gonna be honest, maybe I skimmed through the 200, but I didn't see that on there at all. And if they included mixtapes and that's not on there,
I didn't see that in the
that
top
is
in the
crazy.
bottom 140. I didn't see it.
So yeah, Cole, Friday Night Lights. I would have to agree with it's unanimous. Ready to Die. It's so gangster.
So gangster. Like, what?
So
when I
gangster.
die, fuck it, I want to go to hell.
You feel me?
Like, what the
'Cause I'm a
fuck?
piece of shit.
The Carter 2. And I'm gonna say this: when I was younger, like as I was growing up, I was a bigger fan of the Carter 3. As I got older, I turned back to like the Carter
I understand
2.
what the Carter 3 did for me.
Yeah.
Personally, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
so
I think Carter 3 in time it meant way more to me.
Yeah.
But I think the Carter 2 is better.
And I think when you're younger, mainstream hits more.
Yeah. Especially at like
Right.
the Carter 3 dropped at like literally probably like the most impressionable time in my life.
Yeah.
Which is 2008, and I was like in 8th grade. So like that's literally like
Forming your identity and shit.
literally.
That
So-
was a build up though. I think like with niggas our age at that time, we was really growing with Wayne.
We
like, as
was
in
with
his
the
artistry,
droughs
you feel me?
and
Absolutely.
all
So
of
us
that.
to get the Carter 3, it was really impactful to say the least.
Yeah, it was.
I remember MySpace had the countdown of the Carter 3 every time you logged on to MySpace.
Yeah.
It had the days, hours, minutes,
That's
seconds.
just crazy marketing. That's just
Well, he's one of the goats too. They knew better than not to include
Friday
it.
Night Lights, the Carter 3, Ready to Die. I really want to say Reasonable Doubt and Illmatic, but I'm trying to say like personal favorites.
Yeah,
And the fact that they are really some of my personal favorites, but I'm gonna try to say something else because beyond that, they literally just the best. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like,
What about Get Rich or Die Trying? I
You
feel
know
like
what?
that's one that we
that's a
kind of all
personal
listen.
favorite.
We kind of all listen to
That's
on a
one-
daily basis.
I'm not
That
gonna say that
one-
one though.
I was debating because I'm not gonna put both the albums up there. I was trying to figure out which one I like more, the Massacre or Get Rich or Die Trying.
Yeah, because the master.
So that's so I'm not go. So he gonna get for me because he dropped them basically back to back in my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Like those albums count as one, so I'm at one spot. So I'm trying to debate where would I place that album in my top 50 because that's top 50 hip hop.
Okay, so I'm gonna give y'all.
I believe both
If
of
this
them are
this
on
probably
here.
got a recency bias, but I'm gonna say that Back for Everything. It's a
That
little,
shit,
it's a
okay.
little recent, but I mean,
Those 5 albums I said
That's
I
cool.
would want to listen to more than that. So that couldn't be in my final.
okay. And a fifth like favorite album. I want to say. I'm trying to think of artists that I really love. I'm gonna say Christian Orange Juice.
You know what's crazy? I did pick a lot of generics. I did. When I used to listen, I used to think I was a part of Telegame. You couldn't tell me shit. I almost thought I was part of Telegame more than I did G Unit, and I
said,
thought I was a part of G Unit too.
Nah, I knew I wasn't down with the gangster unit. The
No,
Gorilla
I was
unit.
down with the Gangsta Unit
No,
heavy.
I was gangster, but they was a little bit too much for me.
Niggas
Y'all-
get
I don't
shot
wanna
and
go to
singing
jail.
about it, right?
Yeah, like
Oh,
I'm like
yeah.
Lil Wayne kind of gangster.
Tony
I was
Yayo
thinking,
was too real, huh?
like, oh, you really in jail?
Yeah.
Choice is seductive dancing on me. Shout out to Yayo.
Shout out to Lloyd.
Shit, I put the G and G unit. I'm like, you got it, buddy. You got it, buddy.
Yeah, I'm gonna round that off with that 5. Christian Orange Juice.
So I think we got some interesting lists. Let us know down below your top 5 favorite albums, hip hop albums of all time. Let us also know what y'all think about our Chris Brown exclusive. Is that hip hop? What do y'all think?
That's a good. That's
I
a
don't
good
think it's
question.
so. So we might as well. Do we got the list up?
like I said,
We do.
I got the top 20. Oh,
Do
whoa.
we got the 50? Can we get the 50? So let's start with 50. See who they have, and let's just go right there. Let us know predictions down below. What y'all feeling? Let's get right into it.
Before we get into the top 50,
Mm-hmm.
how about we just like maybe share one sentiment about the entire list that each of us feel, if that's okay.
Before going into it?
Before going
the
into
first-
before going into the 50.
So since it's not on the list and it's not in my top 50, I can see it. The top 200 hip hop album of all time, according to Rolling Stone, was Travis Scott Astroworld.
That was number 200.
That was number 200.
Mm-hmm.
Based on the description of why they put that
Did
there.
you read the criteria of most of the albums? The ones that you like.
I read what he said about that. Whoever wrote this said
Okay.
about the album.
Mm-hmm.
They basically, I'm gonna summarize it. They saying it's hard to listen to that album now and not think about the shit that they went through
Come on. Now.
recently. So exactly. So I immediately, this is personal.
Yeah, it's very
Do
pretty.
you
y'all
think
about
it
to be-
belongs higher than 200?
Absolutely.
I believe that.
You know, Astro World was one of those shits that like got I feel like half the world through some shit.
Bro, I believe it's higher than 200. Looking through the list up to that point, there's albums before that's higher than Astroworld, lower I guess.
Mm-hmm.
That I'm like, no fucking way.
Give me one.
Give you one. Oh, I wish I had the list above me. It was a lot of old shit. I don't remember the list, but looking back on it, in that top 200 spot, Astroworld is not the 200th best hip hop. I'm saying it's better than that.
They got Mama Said Knock You Out on here above
See,
Astro World.
You don't think that's above Astro World?
I think it is because of
I
hip
know
hop.
you don't.
because of hip hop. But there are people who will beg to differ.
I've never heard that whole album.
Me either. And you haven't either.
I haven't.
So what are we talking about?
But I would say the single song coming from the and
it's
the single
not.
no the
if
single,
we play them albums back to back.
No, what I'm saying is this. In my life,
he might, but we don't know. You don't know.
What I'm saying is the album itself was so impactful in hip hop. That
I understand the song,
that. You get what I'm saying? That's the only reason why I would put it.
But you saying
but of course to me,
but you can't argue that.
The one song Mama said "Knock You Out" is more impactful than a lot of the songs on Astro World. That's one song off the album.
Sicko Mode coming a close second. But that's but you know I'm not saying that it's better than that. I'm not saying that it is. But you just named one of the.
You're not the person to be making this argument. Is it?
Okay. So
can we just go to 50?
Crenshaw is on here and it's above Astro World, and I love Crenshaw. I love Crenshaw, but what I will say is it's not better than Astro World. Like far as record sales, audience, the people that it reached is not reaching more people than Astro World.
This is why like when we ranking albums, we can't pick out singular criterias. I feel like that gotta all go together. So Astro World wins the sales battle. Then you get into production, that might go to Astro World again. Then you get into lyrics, that might go to Crenshaw. Then you get into like impact and et cetera, et cetera. All that has to be funneled in together. I don't like when we be going through these things.
But if it's five different categories and Astro World wins 3 of the 5, then Astro World still takes it.
Yeah, if that's the approach,
and that is the approach because all Crenshaw takes is what originality and maybe lyrics. That's it. Not the beats, not the production, not the sales.
But we can't even really count sales because how Crenshaw was sold.
Let's say not even
sales. It was
sold
at $100 a pop.
Let's talk about impact.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Astro World had a crazy impact. Like it was.
He had a Coachella looking environment. Nipsey Hussle has never performed in a Coachella type environment.
I would say Nipsey Hussle's impact is bigger. Is based off of him more than that Crenshaw album.
More than his music, absolutely.
So to say things are impactful.
But everything, all those ideologies is in the music. So is it really like that's what he's talking about?
Yes, because people know the ideologies before they hear the music. Meaning they knew about Nipsey Hussle and what he was about before they actually start listening to Victory Lap. You get what I'm saying? So before you actually get to his music, it's like, damn, there's this guy out here who is famous for doing X, Y, and Z, who's famous for bringing gangs together in a place where gangs don't fuck with each other. Like
who first didn't listen to Nipsey Hussle until literally Victory Lap.
And then they went back and heard Crenshaw and was like, oh, Crenshaw's hard. But before that, it was all us underground. We was all listening to him underground.
Can we get to the 50?
Yes.
This is going to be an extra long episode, by the way. So we might part this up. We'll see. So this might be part 1 of the episode. Oh,
and what I was about to say is not on the 50, but I forget which number it is.
Never gonna get that.
Shout out. No. That's why I said the one thing that we could talk about. That's why I said this would be my one. Shout out to Doomsday. MF Doom. Doomsday is on.
Shout that out.
Yeah, Doomsday.
What number was it? You remember?
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm going back now. But damn, Doomsday is on here. MF Doom is one of the most overlooked hip hop artists in history. Operation Doomsday is 62. So it just missed 50. So we wasn't going to talk about it. So I'm glad that I said something.
I think the Carter 2 was like 70 something.
And I seen the College Dropout was 52. I had a problem with that.
It has to be above. It should be in the top 50. Top 25.
Absolutely, top 25, yeah, I agree.
Top 25, I agree.
So how many top 25 albums do y'all think Kanye got? Or top 50?
We had this conversation before, and it's minimum 3. It might be minimum 3.
Yeah, because it could
maybe
be
4.
Like, it could be like College Dropout, and then maybe 2 of his newer ones.
The first 3 easily: College Dropout, Late Registration, and Graduation. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Could be the last one.
The crazy part is though, Yeezus is in the top 20.
Yeah.
Yeezus.
But that's from album sales. Again, that's just like the Slim Shady
I think
LP.
it's more on. I think it's more on like. I didn't read it, but I'm sure if we do, they're gonna reference like how ahead of its time that the music was, and it kind of like prepared you for the next wave of music.
One may look at it like that.
But yeah, I think Yeezus is hot garbage. It's like one song on there. I think I fuck with Blood on the Leaves.
Yeah, I wrote it.
I fuck with Bound too.
Bound, yeah, you right, Bound. So 3, and then what's the John with Raekwon and shit in the morning?
It's something else. It's something else on there. It's a couple joints on there.
That was literally that.
He got 3. He got 3.
We named 3.
He got 3. But for experimental project, 3 tracks.
Anyway, but yeah, bro.
I think Kanye and Kendrick should, not that they do, because I'm looking and they don't, but should have the same amount of albums in the top whatever.
What?
So like if it's top 50 and they only have 2, I feel like they both should have 2.
Kendrick should have more than 2?
If they in the
should
top
have more than Kanye top albums? We talk.
No, not more than Kanye. I'm saying they should have the same amount. So if it's top 50 and Kanye has 2, Kendrick should also have 2.
Why
If
is
it's
that?
top 200 and Kanye got 4, Kendrick should also have 4. Because Kendrick is one of those albums, that's why I consider him to be a genius. Just like Kanye, whose actual albums are works of art. Along with, their side music. Their side music is great and all, but their actual albums are like literal works of art. Like To Pimp a Butterfly, Good Kid, Mad City, Damn. All of them works of art. And I can only compare, the only person I can compare to be able to drop like that is.
So you wouldn't say Reasonable Doubt, Blueprint, and Black Album's top 50 albums?
Yeah. Yeah, well, he could be the same exact way too. Yeah.
All right. So what's the top 50 looking like?
All right, you got the 20. I'm gonna get the next 20.
Nah, I got the bottom 20, like from 20 to 1. Oh wait,
yeah, the top 20.
All right, so you want to go from 1 down?
No, we got to do 50. 50
yeah,
to
we got to
1.
go from 50 to 1.
Okay.
We got to save the number 1 album for last.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So starting at 50 is Strictly Business.
By. Is that EPMD or something?
Does it say who it is? By
it got to.
On that link.
Hold on.
Strictly Business.
I've never heard of that.
I never heard the album, but the title sounds familiar. It might be like Big Daddy Kane or something.
I gotta look it up.
I open the bag. Cracks in my left name.
EPMD.
Yeah, EPMD.
Yeah.
I'm so tough. I'm really a hip hop historian.
Sure. I've never heard of him.
EPMD? You never
heard of the album.
Oh, okay. So you never heard? You heard of EPMD?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I would say based on what I know about them, that's cool. It would make sense.
They would drop a top 50.
They would drop a top 50 caliber album. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go 49. No, I'm gonna say no
Straight
debate, no contest. Straight out of NWA.
Yep.
I'm gonna say no contest there. That's cool with me.
No contest.
I think.
You want it higher?
So
I think it deserves top 50, but probably not. I mean, I think it deserves top 100, probably not top 50.
No,
Straight
but
out
if
of
you talk,
Compton?
we again, like, what about the impact?
Cultural
What
impact.
about cultural impact? And we know the lyrics was there. Cube and Ren wrote that shit.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I think
We know the production was there. Dre was there.
Yeah.
So like, and then we
It
know
might
the
get
album
higher on
sales
this
was
list.
there.
We'll
yeah.
see.
If anything,
Yeah.
maybe it should be
you
higher.
could
What's
be right.
based on
What's
criteria.
next?
Donuts
Donuts.
by Jay Dilla. First of
Jay
all,
Dilla.
Jay Dilla
Rest
is
in
one
peace,
of
Jay
the.
Dilla.
Oh my God!
So who
rest in
raps on
peace,
this?
Jay
Who raps?
Dilla.
Because I know he don't rap,
Jay
right?
Dilla does
Jay
rap.
Dilla
He's a
raps too?
rapper. Yeah, absolutely.
I've never
He
heard of
raps
Jay
on-
Dilla rap.
What?
I've heard Jay Dilla production. It was all very bombastic,
Oh, that's
amazing.
crazy. See, this is what
Jay
I'm
Dilla
saying.
rap? You heard Jay Dilla rap before?
Are you kidding me? Shout out to Jay Dilla. Shout out to Devin the Dude. Shout out to all of them, man. MF Doom. They really was some cultural shakers. They were so underground.
Rest
I
in
feel
peace,
like.
MF Doom.
Right. Rest in peace.
So you like it at the 48?
Top 50?
Yeah.
So look, I think we should
Yeah, I
preface
like
these,
it.
right? Let's not try to say they should be higher or lower. Is it a top 50 caliber album?
So it's yes or no? Should
Yeah,
it be there?
is it top 50?
Alright.
Top 50.
It's top 50.
Okay.
Let's when we
I'll
get to
take your
when we
word
get to
for it.
25, then we say is this top 25.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, I will too.
Okay.
Shout out to Dilla.
Shout out to Dilla. Now we got 47 at Super Duper Fly.
Super Duper Fly. Missy Elliott? Is that what that is? Super Duper Fly?
That is.
That's top 50.
1997. That's
Yeah,
definitely
that's top 50. That's top 50.
We got 46. Call Me If You Get Lost.
Call me.
Is that Tyler the Creator?
That's what it sounds like it.
Is that a top
Yes.
50 caliber album?
Yes.
His latest one.
I'm putting
That
Super
is his
Duper Fly
latest
ahead
one.
of that.
I wouldn't.
It don't matter. Is it a top 50
Yeah.
caliber album? Tyler the
I didn't
Creator.
hear it. I don't know.
You ain't hear it? I thought everybody kind of was decided to listen to Tyler the Creator's latest album.
That's the one with
Hot Wind and shit with Weezy.
top 50. No,
No, not top 50.
not top 50. I've
Not
seen.
top
It's
50
a good rap
caliber.
album, but it's not top 50. It's not top. 50.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like because that's hella recent. I would definitely put the Yak album over that.
It's not top 50.
It's not a top 50 caliber. I agree. It's a really good rap album though, and it was the rap album that like really made me respect Tyler the Creator more.
In that round, most definitely. All right, what's
All right.
next? There we go. See, we not yes men. Let's go.
45. Mama said knock you out.
It's top 50. We talked
Yeah,
about it.
yeah,
I
whatever.
guess so.
Liquid Swords.
Who's
Liquid
that by?
Swords.
That's guys. Well, GZ.
Jizza. Okay.
Gizza.
So
I never heard.
I never heard it either, but I
we got
heard
some historical
GZA.
facts about it, about him, based on what y'all know.
Well, it's 1995, so it's the dopest era ever. Like between
I guess.
1994, really 1992 and 1996.
Says who?
I feel like says me. I say so.
Wasn't even born.
I was born in 1994. So I was born the year before.
Yeah, you heard all this.
I heard
So
it.
cultured.
I was listening. I was into.
So what do you know about him? If anything, nothing.
I'm starting to realize you don't be knowing much more about hip hop history than we do, bro.
But we not here to pull
No,
cards.
that's not
we here
Low
to,
key, no, we on this podcast to pull cards. This why we doing this list, right?
Well, there you go.
Nah.
You got smoke that sparked already. I ain't want to pass it to you. You was.
But
Sorry.
I don't know. I'm not ready to say it's top 50. I'm not saying.
I don't know enough about it to yay or nay. And I don't think you do either.
So we're gonna skip that one.
But respect to Jizza, you know what I mean? I know who he is.
I know who he is too.
That's all I can
Don't-
say.
don't
We
seem
20,
like it.
man. Don't be hating.
Oh, relax. All right, Run DMC. Run DMC at 43. I'll give it to them.
Is that the name of the album?
Yeah.
Run DMC?
Yeah, that's top 50.
I'll give it to him.
Yeah.
That,
God
that,
is
that
love,
shit
Rev
got
Run.
that shit got
Mhm.
bangers on it. Like
Yeah.
that shit got bangers.
That's the
on
joint with Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
it. They get crazy, and it was party boys too. They
That
was
shit
out
was lit.
there, bro.
That shit
They
was lit.
was. They was.
Is that
Party
that
Boys.
song on there? I gotta find
I
it.
don't,
They
I
was
don't know,
Party
but we gonna
Boys.
attribute it to it because I
Yeah.
doubt they got another album in the top 50.
They had the Aerosmith joint, right?
Come on,
Walk This Way. That works.
even if that wasn't on there, that's top 50.
All right. 42.
Shout out to Run DMC.
Shout out to Run DMC for real.
See, we fuck with the boom bap.
No,
That wasn't even
absolutely.
boom bap,
Nah,
but
that's
that
move
was.
back. That's move back. That's move back.
It was boom bap, but it was cool boom bap. It wasn't like
But that's what rap was back then. Just cool shit. It was just
Yeah.
That's
cool.
what
Like,
I'm saying.
we
Yeah,
cool
it was
niggas.
like the
You
flyest.
killing my vibe,
Nah.
Jack.
they just talk
It
about
was
the
some
rolling
fly
20s.
shit. The Rolling
The
20s.
roaring 20s, I think is what it is.
Killing my vibe, Jack.
Long live King.
Long live who?
The King.
Long live the king.
King.
King. Oh, Big Daddy
Mhm.
King.
Big Daddy
Yeah.
King.
Top 50.
I would say that's top 50.
Top
They say he
50.
was
Alright.
rapping.
And
Gangsta
now we
rapper,
getting
too.
interesting. We got late registration.
Top 50.
Absolutely. The Carter 3.
Top 50.
Easy peasy.
The Carter 3 at 39.
The Carter 3 at 39. It's probably alright. 39.
I think that's fair. I think it's fair.
I think, yeah. Because again, remember, I'm a Carter 2 above Carter 3 type of guy anyway.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
For me,
that's kind of low for me. For everything that album did, right? Like we talked about, the million first week, bars, production, everything. We talk about a great album, amazing features, amazing solo songs, iconic. That's pretty low. I'm saying Carter 3, top 15 song, 15 album all time. I know it might not be in everybody's top 10, top 5.
I wish you could pull up 5, the reason why.
But top 15 album all time.
Had like a whole paragraph for each one. But that shit is gonna make it fun.
If we talking about really impacting and like starting a trend, a wave, like what Wayne is really, his image was really based off that album. You feel me? That really made Wayne
really
Wayne.
Changed.
You feel me? So I would say that's pretty low for me.
Okay.
So that's it's top 50 though, but I'm throwing it in the pocket. I'm bringing that back out top 20, and we gonna see where it fit.
Oh, you gonna try to kick something out?
Yeah.
I like that. Let me write that down.
Yeah.
I definitely.
We pocketing that.
Let's pocket that.
I'll bring him in at top 10 for room. Because remember, he's on my top 5. The Carter 3 is on my top 5.
You did say that. Okay, what's 38? What's lucky number 38?
Good Kid, Mad City.
See it at the pocket.
That's a pocket, yeah.
Yeah, both of them can be very debatable in the top.
So
20.
right now we coming back at the top 20s. Our pockets right now.
Alright. We got Only Built for Cuban Links.
Only Built. Who was that again?
Raekwon, top 50. Absolutely.
Top 50. Is it top 20 though?
Only Built for Cuban Links, maybe top 25. Should we pocket that one too? We about to just start putting shit in our pocket?
We can.
If we have to.
We ain't gonna go past 25 though, because that's half of 50. We're gonna keep it at half of 50.
So this, alright. So shout out to our top 50ers though. Like,
yes.
Real shit.
For still making it there. I mean, that's not an easy fight. That's not. Not with shit like Ready to Die out there.
Imagine that being your matchup.
You not kicking that out.
Come on.
Real shit.
Oh, that's so funny. Acid Rap.
No.
That's not top 50?
No. And I like that album a lot when it came out.
I didn't really listen to that album, so I don't have no objections to that.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a big Chance fan, but
Who was that, my
some man.
Oh, my cousin.
But that's what was talking about? Chance the Rapper, Acid Rap. I don't really like Chance the Rapper. I thought Chance 3, I think most people would say that's like his best album. That just wasn't for me. But I fucked with Acid Rap heavy.
Chance 3, that was what the
joint, it had that the Wheezy 2 Chainz joint.
I like Acid Rap.
It had a couple.
Acid Rap was impactful, I feel like, in college. Like, to college goers, it was impactful. But it wasn't like one of those.
It's not top 50?
No, I feel like any one of J. Cole's albums can kick that off.
Anything.
Any one of his albums that's not already here can kick it off.
Okay.
That's not already here. I
So
don't think
sorry, Acid Rap, you out the top 50. What's next?
So we got Doggy Style. That's definitely top 50.
That's top
35 is kind of low for it a little bit, in my opinion.
Okay, why is that?
I don't know, 35 is pretty close to 25, and I don't think it's much higher than 25 to 20 at the
I
best.
think it belongs in top 25, though.
Doggy Style.
Doggy Style, I'll write it down. We can see, you know what I mean?
Top 20.
We can see if there's anybody we can,
We'll write it down.
Dope.
But I think Doggy Style or Only Built for Cuban Links? What's the priority there? Or out of those two? I think Raekwon was rapping way better. I think Snoop Dogg was like a bigger rapper and it was more impactful. But personally, Raekwon was barring that thing up. And like, I know we make fun of a lot of the boom bap shit, but that's an album
that was ultimate boom bap.
that was ultimate boom bap. He was going crazy.
Well, we're gonna see. We're gonna see.
Nah, let's see right now, because they both
see,
around the same era. You feel me? We gonna get to this point.
But they both. The reason why it's different is because
that Drake production
that's a point too. That's West Coast hip hop.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
don't think of Raekwon and anybody who's connected to him and just think you probably think of hip hop for sure, but like they don't
You don't
encompass
you don't
all
you
that
don't
the
you don't
East Coast
think because
is.
what you just said is true. Like Snoop Dogg, that especially Doggy Style,
Yeah,
that could be viewed as like the pinnacle of West Coast hip hop, right?
absolutely.
But
Just
you
like
don't
Straight Outta
maybe
Compton.
not that album specifically, and maybe even that album because that album is regarded as one of the greatest albums ever, only built from Cuban links. You don't think that's not top tier East Coast rapping, especially when he dropped it, like that wasn't like.
But he's somewhere where it's so many people dropping.
It wasn't.
Just
What
like
year
him.
that dropped? What year did only
95, I
95?
Let me see. I believe it was 95.
Yeah, I don't, what other notable in
95,
'95?
yeah.
That was the best rap album ever, probably for like almost that era.
I
Before
don't know.
Biggie dropped what?
got
Ready to
Biggie.
Die in
Not even only
'96.
Biggie. You got Biggie.
Biggie
You
dropped in
got
'96
Biggie,
though.
Nas,
I'm talking
Jay.
about that album.
You got people like Public Enemy and fucking what else? What?
Yeah, you just proving my point.
I'm thinking no.
Because
I'm
Reasonable
thinking
Doubt
it's so
and
many.
Ready to Die came out in '96, right? Reasonable Doubt came out in '96, right?
You still have other albums. I'm telling you, 95, like the Fugees was popping. It's just way too many people
We talking about
to
what's
pick.
popping. We talking about what was the best album. What was the best rap album?
I wouldn't know that. I wouldn't know that.
Yeah,
What
I
I'm
guess I
saying-
wouldn't really know
I
either.
wouldn't
What
know
I'm
that,
saying
so.
is there's so many that are out there that could be that are from the East Coast because the East Coast.
But
and
that's
it's
just
not
how
to
it's
slight-
always been.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not to slight his career. I'm just saying Snoop Dogg is West Coast.
But he
Snoop-
was rapping in a more saturated market. So like,
That's what I mean. So
and he was
for
still
real,
it was still the best.
But
It
he
was still the
stands
best.
out more. Oh, you talking about Raekwon?
Yeah, Raekwon, he was rapping in a more saturated market. So isn't that like
No,
a more
because-
point for him? Like
no, because-
Snoop Dogg was the best
because it
among,
was so
among
saturated.
something
So
that wasn't
wait,
that
so-
mainstream yet.
So you saying? So long story short, that the Raekwon album is above the.
I think
The Snoop
I
Dogg
like
album.
it. Yeah. I
What
like
I'm
it.
saying is,
But that's the nitty gritty we gotta get to though.
right. But the reason why he's saying it because it's in a saturated market and it's still one of the best. But it's one of your best. This is a saturated market, so a lot of different people are gonna have different bests.
But you can't name another best right now. Like
If I
in
say
95.
your top 10 albums, and there are 10 people in the room, only probably 3 of those people are gonna say this album by Raekwon. If you say
Yeah,
top
maybe.
10, more of those people are gonna say Doggy Style.
Oh yeah, probably.
So that's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, so if that's what it
Probably.
is, it's like no matter what we say, he could be the better artist. Raekwon could be way better than Snoop Dogg.
So in your opinion,
She talking about in general, like the masses, the common like
Yeah.
opinion of like what was. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. That's probably true. I think most people would, if you ask people what's a top 10 album without like making them like a list, I think Doggy Style will come up more. To
Doggy
people.
Style is one of
Yeah.
those albums you don't even have to really know the nitty gritty of hip hop
That's true.
to know.
That's true.
So it'll still be on your top 10 even if you're not
'Cause you know
the
Snoop
greatest
Dogg.
hip hop.
All right,
Right,
yeah, I
right,
agree. All right,
right.
well, I wrote a
That's
book
what
down.
I mean.
So what number we at now? 34.
Give me 1 second.
I
Yeah.
think Doggy Style was 35.
Yeah. The Sugar Hill Record Story.
Is that the Sugar Hill game?
I believe so.
I guess I'll let them have that. I'll let them have that. I
yeah,
guess.
sure.
Sure.
Old head, you could be top 50.
You know what
We'll
I mean?
give you that.
We'll give you that. Shout out to the Sugar Hill game. We show respect. But I will say, if we gotta come back to that, we will.
Yeah, if we gotta kick you out.
If college dropout or the Sugar Hill, if you come between those two.
All right, make sure you write them down so we won't forget. All right, now we at 33. We got 3 Feet High and Rising.
Who's that?
I
I've heard of that before.
Have you?
I heard the album name before. What we got?
De La Soul.
Okay. Shout out to De La Soul.
Yeah.
Sure. No arguments for me.
I never heard the whole album.
I mean, but
You look like you a De La Soler.
I heard De
I
La
was about
Soul's
to say
popular
because
songs.
your parents is probably listening to De La Soul on some shit, and you wasn't even people what you was listening to, but you probably was singing.
They spoke the truth.
Singing it too.
Power to the people. I'm familiar.
That's how they was coming.
It was
a group.
Yeah, it was enlightened.
It was enlightening. I like it. Okay, I see what you're talking about.
What's next?
Finally Rich.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Finally Rich, what's that?
What? Y'all some uncultured swines. What's finally rich, nigga? That's that Chief Keef Sosa.
Oh, okay.
Oh, y'all crazy.
It didn't stick out to me.
Not.
What? I can't believe this.
Yeah, it's top 50.
Pink Friday. Pink
on,
Friday
yeah.
is top 50. Absolutely.
Yo, we might go viral for the wrong reasons now. We gonna be shunned by our own culture. They gonna look at us as old heads now. Mind you, we